Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the first conference of the Jump Forum 2019. It is a pleasure to be here again with you today after 1 year and for the third time with the Jump Forum. Before we get into this conversation this morning on how do we tackle the digital revolution, how do we embark women in this transformation, and how do we win the war for female talent, I would like to get to know you a little bit better. If you could kindly raise your hand if you are a woman. Okay, thank you. And now kindly raise your hands if you are a gentleman. Oh, well, very good indeed as well. And who is here for the first time at the Jump Forum? Wow, welcome, lots of newcomers. Well, it will be a fantastic day, full of inspiration, full of learning, full of exchanges, and I hope some moments of fun and lots of networking. So we will start with just very practical information. Please make sure that you have your mobile phones in silence so that we can not hear ding, ding, ding all the time. You will have some contests for those who who are here for the first time. You will have some fun winning some interesting prizes. You can feel free to tweet. You have an application, and you have all the data you need to start the day and go through the day in a participatory manner. Now, the topic, as I say today, is digital transformation. And I would like to start by telling something that is also very obvious to all of us. The digital age is now. We have been going through a period of several years, 10, 15 years, of major disruption. We have seen technology, digital and technological progress transforming the way we live, the way we work, the way we communicate, the way we relate to each other in a massive and unprecedented manner. And the pace of change is not going to get any slower. On the contrary, it's going to get exponentially more rapid, faster, and it's going to reach many more areas of our lives. Where are women in this entire process of transformation? What are the major trends? What are the major opportunities? And what are the challenges? And how do we tackle them? Now, we have good news and bad news. The OECD has recently referred that in today's world we have 4 billion people that are still excluded from the digital economy. 4 billion people is more than half of the world's population, as we know. And we have 250 million women less online than we have men. So we are seeing a gender digital gap increasing, and several surveys made by the World Economic Forum, the European Commission, OECD, many of your companies as well, have been showing very worrying trends and setbacks in the way this new economy and this new reality is creating a bigger gap between men and women. We see gaps in the way women and men access and use digital technologies. We also see segregation and many differences in terms of the digital education. We see regression in the numbers of women accessing STEM and ICT fields in university. Also, this has consequences in the digital labor market, especially when it comes to high-quality positions and jobs in top management in the digital industry. So, what if women would enter the EU, just the European digital job market. The European Commission recently said that this would bring an additional boost of 16 billion euros per year. I think our economies in Europe desperately need that, right? And we will continue needing that. Now, to understand better where we are in this process of transformation, JUMP, with the help of some of us, has put out a survey to understand how professional women are perceiving these transformations we are going through. How do they feel about it? Are they threatened? Are they excited about the new opportunities? What do they need? Are they upskilling? What's happening? And we have so far, it's some preliminary results who show very interesting findings. We see that 95% of women are aware that they need digital skills. These women are motivated not by technology itself, not by coding, not by the details of the new technologies. They are excited and motivated and thrilled by what these new technologies can do for them, what solutions they can bring to the problems they deal with and the world is dealing with, and what new products, new services they can find. So it's about creativity, it's about a sense of purpose. And some of them are also very interested in the new exciting career opportunities and salary increases that they can have. Now, more interesting even is the fact that 84% are ready and are already upskilling. And this is really fascinating because 34% of the women are already investing in upskilling in their digital, so investing in their digital skills on themselves. Only 8% are upskilling supported by their employers. This, of course, leads to a conclusion by the women themselves, is that they need more support by their employers, by the companies, by the institutions in which they work. They need more digital training, mentoring, coaching. They need time to learn within working hours, because 50% of the women said they don't have time to learn, because they have so much more to juggle in their daily lives. And they need information. Information about what's going on. What is this transformation about? How will my job be affected? What do I need to remain competitive in my work? Because this information is still not out there. So we have put together a few tips, and Isabella and Dominique Leroy will be discussing this in the plenary after the break. But we already have some tips. We realize that the winning model for the mindset for women is to take ownership that we need, all of us, men and women, by the way, to be aware that we are here to learn. It's about lifelong learning. We will be learning until the moment we finish our careers. Choose supportive companies, those that will invest in you, and have digital skills as part of your individual development plan. And as far as it comes for companies, companies need to create gender-inclusive cultures in their teams. Most respondents, more than 60%, mentioned that there is still a geek culture. There is still a very macho, stereotypical culture in most of the companies, and that in our panel we will discuss that in a few moments. So creating inclusion in your own companies is fundamental to tackle and to win this talent. Attract and develop women with this learning mindset, with agility. We will be talking about the growth mindset in a moment. And put something else in the formula. It's no longer about work-life balance. Now it's about work-life learning balance. The World Economic Forum has mentioned last year that we all need an average of 101 days of learning until 2022. This is 3 years from now. So it's basically 1 month per year, if you see it. So we all need to find this balance, and companies need to be there to support this balance if we want to tackle this talent pool of all these women who are available to work. Well, just before I introduce our fantastic keynote speaker, since the survey is still on, we invite you to be part of it and to communicate it in your networks, because the more women we have responding to this survey, the more solid the outcomes will be and the more powerful they will be, so that we can actually have some very strong results to show. And now, as I was saying, I would like to invite on the stage our keynote speaker, Rick Vera. Rick has 25 years working with digital transformation, with industry, hands-on experience, both practically and with theory. He's the author of a book called Managers of the Day After Tomorrow. He has created a company, Nextworks, which helps other companies to get ready for this transformation. And we have the pleasure and the honor to have him on stage to inspire us today and this morning. Please, Rick.